anyone recreate soup in 1.9 PvP because it sucks. Yeah, hold on. Wait, speak.
Wait.
Okay, I had to make sure they could hear you.
You're dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Because soup is not vanilla. That's true. But
Yeah.
the thing you're saying is 1.8 PvP is super simple, and that's great because it's like the groundwork for things, and you can then build on top of it. With 1.9 PvP, they made it more complicated, which first of all makes it harder for new players because I still struggle and I'm not even new. And with 1.8 PvP, the nice thing is like you could easily just build on top of it. Which means that, and the way that you build on top of it, it makes a lot of sense with soup, pod, well, pod is even vanilla, but like things like that. With 1.9 PvP, if you want to build on top of it, you got to completely change how PvP works, which means that on my server, it's going to be very different than how someone else would implement it on their server, which means that there's always going to be a big disagreement between people which one is better and things like that. So that's why it's bad because it took away. It was super simple and now they overcomplicated it.
But yeah, but I feel like more people like 1.9 than 1.8.
They do now because they're used to it. Go back in 2017.
Well, I feel like you like 1.8 because you're not used to it because you don't play. You just have the mindset on not trying to improve.
I've tried both. No. But what do you mean I don't play? I do. I can't.
You play murder mystery. that's alright. It's like a 1.8 and that doesn't do much.
Okay. Well, go back before murder mystery, which is legit a few months ago. From 2021, I would say, to 2025. I tried 1.9. I pretty much only did 1.9 PvP, and I still don't like it. That's probably longer than I did 1.8 PvP, actually. I've tried
you said you played the soup days, bro. The soup days were like 2011, bro.
That's 2015 to like 2017. That's only like 3 years. 2021 to 2025 is like 4. That's longer.
Well, what have you been playing that's 1.9?
My own server.
Okay, well, I feel like that's kind of different
because I never, I pretty.
There's no PvP games really.
Yeah,
on your server.
There's a reason for that.
Well, yeah, so it's not really 2021 and 2025.
Okay, but buddy, let's. Okay, so, like, have you ever played a video game that you didn't like?
No.
That's crazy. I mean, sure. To be fair, I can't think of any either that I played, but like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I played Fortnite and didn't like it. So why would I now play Fortnite to prove that I don't like it? Like, that doesn't make sense. And I mean, I can try it again, and maybe I'll enjoy it then.
But yeah, it's kind of like if you're bad at the game, you're probably not gonna like it. You're gonna like it when you're kind of doing good. Like if you lose all the time.
Yeah, exactly. But then you're proving my point because 1.9 PvP makes it harder. Which means people are gonna be worse at the game, which means that more people are not gonna like it. Here, I'll bring up another point, and this is a big conspiracy theory. I actually have my doubts that many people, I think a lot of people, like when I say many people, it's always gonna be many people because there's just like millions of people that play Minecraft. But I don't even think that the majority actually prefers 1.9 PvP over 1.8 PvP. I think now the majority hasn't tried, and I think a lot of people that play servers like the one that you're on right now, I think things are being rigged, like with Marlowe being Danger Mario and stuff like that, and owning the leaderboards and stuff like that. Like things are not normal. But like the problem is with 1.8. First of all, it's almost impossible to add 1.8 PvP like how it was on my server. Like if I could flick a switch right now, like a config value, and it's exactly the same, I would do that right now. Turn that on right now.
For 1.8 PvP?
Yeah.
That's a plugin. Better Combat.
Yeah, I tried it. I tried it and it was ass.
Yeah, what happened then?
I don't know. I think damage was off. I think like it was just not normal. Not like.
Yeah, that might be your plugin overriding or something.
I mean, maybe there's a new one. I haven't tried many, but like that was back in like 2024. I wouldn't say recent, but like it was well in my streaming career, I guess. You know, and you know, in 2024 there was just no good way of doing it. And I think Mineman Club now has like kind of something that works. Maybe I don't know. I've never.
Mineman Club has 1.8 PvP and 1.9 PvP.
Yeah, and their whole thing is like only for their server. It's not open source as far as I'm aware, so I can't use it. Here's my actual opinion. I actually don't like 1.9 PvP personally.
Goodness.
Because I know. Yeah, I mean sure, but like a combo in 1.8 PvP would have been even cooler. Like I don't like 1.9 PvP, but I'm not saying that it shouldn't exist. I think it's actually kind of cool that it exists. I just don't like that it's overruled 1.8 PvP. And yes, you can kind of remake it. And the thing is, I don't like having to think about it that much, right? Like with PvP, you know, you just like it's a feel kind of thing. It's not really a super like. I don't like to get into the science of it myself. I kind of just want to like have it feel nice. So if I want to remake 1.8 PvP on my server, I do actually have to get into the science of it, or to recreate the field. And that's just not nice. You know, that sucks. So I like the thing that I wanted back in I don't know if this is actually the best option, but just like a game rule or something. I'm not saying that 1.9 shouldn't exist, and I think if for like things like manhunts and stuff like that, it could be kind of cool. But I do not agree that it's better, and I do not agree that it's. I mean, with people saying that, like, I don't like when people say that it's better, just for the reason that like like 1.8 was kind of taken from me. I'm not trying to take 1.9 PvP away from people. I just want them to coexist, and they don't really right now. Like they kind of do, but like not really, because 1.8, no, not many people play 1.8. Also, you said murder mystery. Murder mystery is one click, buddy.
Exactly.
That's okay.
Okay, well,
Murder mystery is a mix of both, because there's no difference.
Hey man,
I guess
the graphics.
No.
Yeah, the blocks are different.
That has nothing to do with PvP. And also, that's not true, because in the mod version, and this is cool, they have program art. But I mean, still, like, there's probably been some. I don't know why you're bringing it up, because it's completely unrelated.
No, but just in general.
The thing is, I can't, like, it's like trying to get you to use, like, Telegram or something. Like, you know, you can only play what other people play. And that's another thing. So, like, I can get you on, like, a 1.8 server, but you're not going to like it because, you know, your friends are not going to be there. Like, that's another problem.
I don't know if anyone's gonna be there, bro. Again, more people play 1.9 servers. I mean, I guess there is MCC Island, but like the only servers that people play that are 1.8 really are Lineman Club.
Island?
Yeah, because that's 1.9. So like I'm talking about minigame servers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that's like that's Hypixel because 1.8. That's Hive. It's okay. It's on Bedrock. I'm pretty sure.
Buddy, that's not 1.8. That's not 1.8 PvP. You think that 1.8 PvP is just spam click, but that's not it. There's way more to it.
Well, then what defines 1.8 PvP? It's basically the same principles.
The PvP in 1.8, buddy.
Yeah, but I mean, the PvP is spam hitting.
I don't want to get into the science of it, like W tap or something. Like, there's probably some other methods, like I mean, strafing is a thing, but you can also strafe in the other. Like, you know, there's all these techniques, but I don't necessarily want to have to get into the science of it. Just however it felt in 1.8 was good, and they shouldn't have touched it, or at least, like, you know, if they wanted to touch it, they should have left the old one there.
But the other one is still there. That's why there's servers still that use 1.8.
I don't think you realize. I mean, obviously you can always make a 1.8 server, but that means that people have to go to 1.8. But that's, you know, when you download Minecraft, that's not going to be the default version. So those versions.
Well, via version.
Get confused. That's not a Mojang thing, but sure. Yes, you don't realize. I don't think you understand how much work via version is to like.
To install on the server? What do you mean?
To maintain. No, for people to make. The people who make VIA version, like, the amount of effort they put into it. And I mean, but VIA version is different, to be fair. Like, they add way more, but like, you know. And having it being, like, the way that VIA version did it, it wasn't a great, like, it's not a great translation later on. So, like, I mean, it's good, but like, with like the attack indicator from 1.8 to like higher, for example, it's just like, they have to use like a title or something. Like, you know, it's not, I mean, but that's the other way around, but still. Block hitting, like, if you block, it puts a shield in your face. Like, that's not the thing.
So what would you be proposing to Oiiink? You want them to just make it so anyone can join a server no matter what version they're on without like the use of a.
No, all I want is just an easy way for server owners to get almost exactly 1.8 PvP back. And I know that with like spares and stuff like that, like that's not gonna really work that well. But you know, the code exists for it. They could just
and
add
maces.
it. Yeah, but those are just additions though. Like, imagine you just add the code back for like spam clicking, which and assuming that also includes like W tap, things like that. Like, you know, all that works. And blocking. And then with maces, like, you could leave them how they are, and they're probably going to be like hella unbalanced, like either really bad or really good. I don't know what they would be. Or they put a Mojang employee on it, you know, a few weeks, and you know, they just figure out like what works the best. And I'm not saying that, like, you know, that like then takes over 1.9 PvP, but it's nice to have that option. And if it's like built into the game, it's a standard. So it's like how it was. And I think 1.8 PvP, like, if you're gonna make a new PvP standard, 1.8 PvP is probably the best choice to add. So I think that would be the smartest decision. And just have it like a game rule or something, or like I think game rule is bad. I kind of like the attribute system, but it should be easier. to do. I don't know if I would like 1.9 PvP versus 1.8 PvP in 1.5, but I mean, I think that having the option there would be kind of cool, where someone can choose to use 1.9 like attack delays and stuff like that, and the other person can choose 1.8. Like that could be kind of cool. But like for example, in survival mode, if I want to make it so it's 1.8 PvP in survival mode, I just like, and you craft a sword, for example, like you have to do so much work to like make that work kind of how it was, and then even then it's likely not going to be the same. I think with like now the edible swords you can kind of do, like you can get kind of close.
Yeah, like I don't know how the new additions are really gonna work on.
I don't know. I don't know either. But like with a mace, for example, that's very similar to how Stomper Kit was on MCPvP, where you would fall on someone and it would do damage to them. So if it's something like and like that worked. Like that was 1.8 PvP, and it was kind of like a mace. They didn't actually use an item. It was just like you just fall on someone and did damage to them. So it can definitely coexist, I think. And let's be. I think I don't know if we can agree on this, but I feel like we could. I think the spares are ass.
But I don't really use it, so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason for that.
Well, I just don't have. I don't really like play anything that requires me to use it besides the cape that I need to get.
Oh yeah. I mean, I use it for that too. No, but I mean, I think spares like, but I'm not like. I think they're weird. I think they're kind of ass, but I don't need to have them removed from the game. Like I think it can all coexist.
But I feel like damage is also kind of like change and stuff.
What do you mean?
Like some weapons will do more damage on 1.8 maybe compared to 1.9 or something. Especially like the mace, because on the UMC when I was hosting events, I had a. And how it worked was, it did a lot of damage. It didn't matter if you were falling or not, it did a lot of damage. It was kind of like a sword, I think.
Yeah, but so what I'm thinking is like, my proposal would have been like, you know, add 1.8 PvP back like how it was. I don't know how that's going to work with Netherite, by the way. But just add it back to how it was. Make 1.8 the standard again. But I would love to see then, like, so even in survival, 1.8 completely, like, that's going to be the standard again. But then in, like, have 1.9 PvP for some newer items, like the spare. Like, instead of the spare, whatever they fucking do now.
So you mean, if you use a sword, it's 1.8, and if you use a spear, it's 1.9.
Yeah, but the spare, like a spear would act like a 1.9 sword. Take this thing from like combining versions out of your head. That's not what I'm talking about. Just latest version. I'm not necessarily suggesting it, because it's not gonna, like, there's gonna be a lot of backlash.
He's proposing the idea.
I would like it. I would prefer it. Personally, I would prefer it. But I know that that's not gonna happen. I actually do think like 1.8 is best for the game.